Alright, ladies and gents, this is 66 Notes on Box and Whiskers and Dot Graphs. Objectives: you'll be able to graph a box and whisker graph, given a table of data or list of data. Graph a dot plot, given a set of data. So let's focus on the box and whiskers here. So that is our goal. Draw a box and whisker plot for each data set. So what is the whole purpose of a box and whisker plot? Is just another way for us to represent data that's being given to us or collected via technology, just for us to see the use and purpose of our goal or objective given the data. So just another way of seeing it. So some keywords here that we're going to be focused on and using is going to be upper extreme, lower extreme. Now the two extremes, it's just the highest point in our data and the lowest point in our data. So the upper extreme is the highest piece of our data, which in this case, if we're looking here at this data, we have a 95. Oh, we got 135. That's higher. Looks like 135 here is our highest piece of data. So we write 135. That's our upper extreme. And our graph here, the highest number is always to the right. So we also write that there. The lower extreme. The lower extreme is the lowest piece of data. So I see a 47. So far that looks like it's lowest at 37. 37 is our lowest. So our lower extreme, we write 37. The median is the one that's in the middle. So what we have to do is list them from least to greatest. And count inwards, just like we did with the median. Or I'm sorry, it is the median, so it's the same thing. Find a good spot for you. So we do 37. That's the smallest. After 37, then is 47. Then we got a 53. And a 55. Then we got a 59. And then we got a 62. Then we got a 70 and then 72. Cross out those two. Then we got 3 90s. 90, 90, and 90. So all I'm doing, I'm just counting from least to greatest all the numbers, just putting them in order. I'm only going to do this once. Any other problems, we're going to skip this step. Or I'm just going to do it and then fast forward through things. So you have 95 and 95. And then we got 120, 120, and then 135. So this is just finding the median like you've been practicing since middle school. So 120, 120, and then 135. Hopefully you can see those there on your screen. Alright, so median, we go find what's in the middle. So we cross out 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we got the two numbers are 72 and 90 are the two numbers that are in the middle. So to find the median when there's two numbers there in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. So we add them up and divide by 2. We find the average between those two. So 72 plus 90 divided by 2 is 81. So the median is 81. That's the one in the middle. Alright, Now that we found that, the upper quartile and the lower quartile is just the median of the median. So the lower quartile is between the bottom number and our median, which is 81. So we cross them out. So I'm going to do a different color for a different cross out. So 37 gets crossed out with the 81. The 72 gets crossed out to 47. The 55 gets crossed out with the 70. The 55 gets crossed out with the 62. So 59 is our lower quartile. Our upper quartile, we do the same crossing out process. The big one with the 81. 121 with the 90 and the 91. 95 and a 90. The upper quartile is 95. So I put the 95 here. And then the lower quartile is 59. We put that there. Now, we make our box always with the median, the lower quartile, and the upper quartile. We make a little box out of it. Or we also draw a little line, always with the median. And then we draw a line with a dot. We're making our whiskers for the high and the low, or the upper extreme and the lower extreme. And there we go. We have our box and whisker. So now which one does that one look like? Well, this looks like it's 81. That's a little bit less than 80. This is 81. And this is also 81. But we know C, we can eliminate C just from the median. The high of 95, well, that's a little too high. That's also a little too high. That looks just about right for the higher quartile, so I'll go A. I eliminated these because of the high quartile. We could also examine the lower quartile. You know, that will be eliminated there. Because we're looking at 59. That's pretty close. That's the closest. So one is A. Alright, let's do another one. So look at number 2 here. So games per World Series. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to hit the pause button and I'm going to find us the median. I'm going to list them from least to greatest. And why don't you guys try that too on your own. Alrighty, I have my data here on the bottom. I have 4 4s, 2 5s, 3 6s, and 6 7s. Now to find, once again, the upper extreme is just the highest number. So our highest number here is 7. So our upper extreme is 7. The lower extreme is the lowest number in our data, which is 4. The median is in the middle. So what we do, we cross them out. It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cross, cross. We got 2 6s there in the middle, so our median is 6. Then we do our crossing out pattern once again to find the upper quartile and the lower quartile. So we could see our upper quartile, no matter how many crosses out, it's going to be 7 as our upper quartile. And if we look down here, we actually got to do some crossing out. So 6 goes with this first 4, this 4 goes with this 6, this one with that. So between 4 and 5, so it'll be 4.5 will be the lower quartile. And if we round out, it'll be 5. So looking at our data, A, the lower quartile is at 4.5. B looks like a little short. C is right at 4, D is right at 4. The upper quartile, well, A has an option at 6.5. That's incorrect. So A is out. B, the upper quartile is at 7. That looks pretty good. C also looks good at 7. D falls a little bit short of 7. So I'm going to eliminate D for upper quartile. They're also saying it's going to be 4. This is the lower quartile. They didn't count this median, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, so the median is 6, so they're both at 6. Upper extreme 7. Lower extreme 4. Well, you could see in B they're saying that the upper extreme is 8. Extreme is 8, so that's incorrect. So our answer is C. 7, 4. So they're saying don't count that one. Don't count the median. Alright. Once again, here's another one you can practice on your own. Here's another one. Another one. Let's do number 6 here at boiling points. Actually, just boiling points is just thousands, so you're okay. Bigger numbers. And another one. Let's talk about dot graphs while we have some time here on the video. So goals in a hockey game. So you have a list of all the goals. With dot graphs, all it is, you just make a dot for every number that appears. So there's only 1, 2 that appears. That's why there's a 1 dot at 2. So we put a dot right there to represent 2. 3, there's only 1, 3. I'm sorry, there's 2 3s. 1 there, 1 there. So for 3s, 1, 2, 3, 3 3s. So I put 3 dots. For the 4s, count them out. Got 1. So we put only 1 dot at 4. For 5, 1, 2. There's 3 5s, 4 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we count out the number of 6s. 1, 2, 3. 3 6s. For 7s, 1, 2. Then we got to do our 8s, which is just 1. And our 9s, there's 2 of them. So we look at our data. We know there's 1, 2, 3 3s, and then 1 4. So by process elimination, we already know it's C. Let's do one more dot graph. Looking at our data, we have on option A, there's 2 55s. Option B, there's only 1 55. C and D, there's also 2 55. So if we look at our data, we have no 55s. So when we put a dot, it's either the 55 or higher up to that next number. So if we look at that, we have a 59. And just to double check, none others. So by process elimination, there's only one number that's between 55 and 59, so it'd be B. To confirm it, let's look at 62 up to 63. So you have 62 62s right there and right there. Makes sense. So it still works. They're also saying there's 2 68s. So 1 there, 1 there. So that's good. And then 2 69s. So it really works out. P is nice. Alright, if you have any questions, just come extra help. I'll be happy to help you out. Classwork and homework. If you have any email questions, you could also email me. Alright, have yourself a good night.